गणपति बापा मोरया।
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्मच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती सरस्वती।
Om Shanti. Good morning to you all. Happy Independence Day for tomorrow and Happy Raksha Bandhan Day, which lasts for a whole week for all my sisters and brothers. We look at people through the label of our relationships, parents, spouse, children, sibling, and friends. We then create an image of how this relationship should be and how these people should be in this relationship. This creates a long list of expectations. Every karma has a consequence, establishes the law of cause and effect. This spiritual law is applicable on every karma and every situation. Every thought is a karma. It is a cause. Every vibration, behavior, and situation coming to us is the consequence. It is the effect. Can I invite Nidhi Didi after a very long time? Welcome back, Nidhi. We missed you.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Nidhi.
Om Shanti to everyone. And it's wonderful being back. I know it's been a long time, but I'm also aware that all of you had lovely speakers who shared their wisdom with all of you. And you have taken a lot of benefit, a lot of knowledge from everyone. So there's always benefit in everything that happens, right?
Yes.
So today, as Sister Panna was sharing about Raksha Bandhan, we all celebrated Raksha Bandhan. And I think the month of August itself is a very pure month because we don't only have Raksha Bandhan, which is again a symbol of purity. We also have the Independence Day of India, where everybody is so excited to celebrate the 75 years of independence. And also, at the end of the month, we have a Jain festival. I don't know how many of you are Jain in this group. It's called Praryushan. And then you have your Pratigaman and the whole journey of spiritual awakening that happens for 8 to 10 days. And it's interesting that how the vibrations that we create through what we hold in our memories has a beautiful impact, not only on the environment, but also on ourselves. And to begin with, when we say Raksha Bandhan, in Global Corporation House in London in the center, we are celebrating Raksha Bandhan. I think I've lost the count right now, but we started from 11th, which was actual Rakhi Day. And every day, I think some days it's twice a day, some days it's just evening, but mostly it has been around 5 to 6 sessions every day from 11th, that we sit in tapasya. Tapasya? It's intense meditation. It's a form of meditation where you just allow yourself to be completely lost in your own truth. It takes energy, it takes time to reach there, but it's a practice that each one of us does. And through that state of meditation where hundreds of people are sitting in one room meditating, and then the bond of protection from the Supreme, the bandhan of Raksha, is getting tied on your hand by one of the senior yogis. And it's such a beautiful atmosphere, not just to be present there, but also to experience the depth of silence. And when we talk about bandhan, bandhan is bondage, right? Any kind of bondage is going to be not so comfortable, any bondage. So why don't we understand that what is in this Raksha Bandhan, in the bond of protection, that everybody feels so comfortable and so loved? I think it's the only bond where people step forward to उसमें बंधने के लिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, right? But when the bandhan becomes influenced by any kind of utter motives, selfish motives, or any kind of negativity, suffering starts. Any kind of attachments, suffering starts. Pain starts. Responsibility, the burden of responsibility. Oh, no, I have to do this. Otherwise, they would feel bad. उनको बुरा लग जाएगा, हमें करना पड़ेगा. So constantly our minds are getting occupied. We can't experience the freedom. And that's why Paramatma, the Supreme Father, comes and tells us that what is Raksha Bandhan in its true spiritual sense. See, no human being can ever protect any other human being. Okay, temporarily, it should be possible. But imagine I'm staying here, my brother is staying somewhere in another country. If something happens to me here, can he just fly instantly? No, it will take time, So it's not possible for any human to be with a human eternally. Is it possible? No. All of us, the soul is eternal, immortal, but the body is mortal, no? So one time, one day, somebody is definitely going to leave someone, and somebody is going to be left alone. So who is going to protect whom? Sometimes you see that the sister is 10 years old and the brother is 2 years old, and she's tying a bond of protection. Okay, bhaiya, meri raksha karna. Now, a 2-year-old is not going to protect the elder sister. The sister is going to protect him. But what is real Raksha Bandhan? Where we have to protect, and what is real protection? So real protection is protecting the soul. It's nothing to do with the body. Now the soul is under the influence of 5 vices. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. Now these 5 vices, ego, lust, anger, attachment, greed. Now these are actually causing a lot of damage to everyone, each and every soul. And these are nothing, they're not external enemies, but there's something inside me. They're not allowing me to be safe and free. They're always bringing me into a mode of anxiety, into a mode of fear, into a mode of some kind of emotional upheaval. And because I get influenced and I'm experiencing this emotional upheaval, it then manifests in my relationship, in my behavior, in my nature. So the spiritual significance of Raksha Bandhan is very pure, which means, can I create a bond of love with the Supreme? And when I'm able to create this bond of love with the Supreme, then that relationship that I have created with the Almighty Authority, the most powerful one, the most loving one, the most reliable one. Now that vibrations, that positivity, the strength that I'm going to get from that bond of love is definitely going to protect not only me, but also allow me to have that kind of behavior, that kind of nature, that kind of inner strength that I can be stable amongst everything that's happening around me and also influence other people through my words, my actions, my thoughts, my vibrations. So, real protection is to protect the soul from any kind of negativity, any kind of vicious thoughts or vices that are present. And then, how can that be happen? So, when you tie the Raksha Bandhan, when you tie the Rakhi, there is a knot there. Now, this knot actually signifies determination. You all must have tied Rakhi to your brothers recently. And what's the procedure? You go with the thal and then you apply the tilak. And then after the tilak, you apply a little bit of chokha, akshat, and the rice, uncooked rice. And then Rakhi is being tied. And at last, there's some kind of sweet that you offer to the brother. Mukh meetha karate hain, right? So the whole thing is such a spiritual experience. When we apply either the Chandan Tilak or the Kumkum Tilak, whichever you apply, both signifies that, dear brother, I know you're not this body, and my relationship with you is the relationship based on at the soul level. So you are trying to touch the soul, remind the soul that you are that being of eternal light. And then you have the akshat, the chawal dana over here, which is unbroken. You don't use broken rice, which means one, it's white, one, it's complete, which indicates that my bond with the Supreme has to be akhand. It can't be khandit, it can't be broken. And white stands for purity and love. And then some people do arti, which takes away bad omens. And it's again indication of karma, that this karma that I'm performing is illuminated with light. They have the diya. So the light indicates that how pure the life journey can become, how clear the life journey can become if my inner light is lit. And once we enlightened ourselves, we lit that inner light, the truth that lies within us, automatically all the bad omens, all the negativity sheds away. And then tie the bond. And okay, today it's very different. Today it's like what kind of Rakhi it is, and it's become a bit materialistic sometimes. But initially it was just a thread with a little bit of cotton wool on it. And when to begin the festival, it was never between brothers and sisters. I think if you go back in the history from our scriptures, Indrani, the wife of Indra, tied Raksha Bandhan, tied Rakhi to her husband. It was initially started from husband and wife tying Rakhi. Yeah. So when Indrani tied the Bandhan, tied Raksha Bandhan, because that relationship was not based on lust. It was based on pure love. So the whole festival is about true, pure, pavitra. No, not pure, it's pavitra. The word is pavitra. It's more pure, more than, it's serene, it's pure and serene love that a soul has for another soul. And then that purity started demolishing, started faded away because body consciousness creeped in, and then the relationship between husband and wife was not, the love was pure, but it was not, the lust had entered into it. And then, therefore, the Brahmins were given the authority to tie Rakhi. I don't know if many of you remember olden days, like 30 years ago or 40 years ago, a Brahmin would come to each and everyone's house to tie Rakhi. They used to call it Raksha Potli. And they would tie because the authority was given to the Brahmins that they are pure and they could transcend this purity, the quality of purity into other people's life. But then gradually, even that got adulterated, And then today in the Kali Yuga, the last stages of Kali Yuga, the only relationship which is based on purity is of sister and brother. Okay, that is also getting influenced by other factors, but still the bond of brother and sister has managed to maintain a certain level of purity. And that's why sisters tie Rakhi to their brothers. Now, interestingly, when you tie the Rakhi of protection, you offer sweet, you put something in their mouth. Now, that sweet is again a symbol that, my dear brother, when you take this determined thought of being away from vices, being away from all the negativity, definitely the result, the fruit of that action would be very sweet. And I, the sister, wish you a lot of sweetness in each and every relationship that you hold. And then the brother gives a gift. The sister receives gift on that day, maybe cash, maybe something that the brother has to give. So when the life becomes sweet, when there are no vices, each and every individual would have the experience of generosity. And then we will then become somebody who is always giving. There is nothing to take from anyone. We become filled, we become complete. You don't have the urge to take or receive or need from anything or anyone. And therefore, this relationship or this festival, in fact, of Raksha Bandhan is said to be one of the purest festival. And it's very interesting that after Raksha Bandhan, it's on a theoretical basis that each and every person becomes pure, that purity has increased in the atmosphere. And then a week after that, you have Janmashtami. We celebrate Krishna Janmashtami because when the atmosphere is pure, the vibrations are ready, there is the birth of goodness, this birth of strength. So it's all very interconnected. And in midst of everything, we're celebrating the Independence Day tomorrow. So all who are based and are Indian nationals, I really wish you a happy Independence Day in advance. And it's interesting because in Global Corporation House in the center, I don't know how many of you live near London, but you're all welcome to have this experience of Rakhi tonight. Today evening, whoever wants to come to the center at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8:30, you're most welcome. You can see how beautiful the atmosphere for that 2 hours in silence, in deep meditation. And in that state, you get your Rakhi tied, you get the Rakhi tied on behalf of the Supreme. And then next Saturday will again be a Janmashtami program. So whoever is in town, It's going to be beautiful jhaki and decorations and a show based on Janmashtami just one day. So if you all can make it, do get in touch. We'll share the details with you anyway on the WhatsApp group. But it's to understand, is to see that how the atmosphere that has been created, the memories, how does the atmosphere get created within me? It is the memories that I have. Now check throughout the day, how many memories do I have? What kind of memories do I hold? What memories or what past things or even future things I'm trying and visualizing and remembering? And you'll notice that whatever you remember, the memories you have, it will instantly create a mood. If you suddenly remember something not so nice, your mood is not great. If you suddenly remember something which is nice, if you think of your grandchildren or something like that, your mood will be uplifted, isn't it? So our memories are something that creates our mood. So sometimes people say, I don't have a good mood, I'm not in the right mood, I don't know what to do. Switch the memories, switch the pattern of thinking. And when you will do that, what will happen? You're going to help yourself. And as we are now celebrating the Independence Day, the day of freedom, what is real freedom? We talked about bondage. Now, when the soul is able to free itself from the influence of the society, free itself from the influence of the five vices, that feeling of bliss, that pure feeling of allowing yourself to go beyond is freedom. True freedom is not to be allowed. You know, sometimes today's generation thinks, oh, we need freedom. We want to do what we want to do. You know, we like to do what we want to do. So I want to dress a certain way. I should have the freedom. I want to eat something. I should have the liberty. I want to go somewhere. I should be this. So always we now have associated freedom with our actions. Now, freedom and actions actually don't go along well, because you might have the freedom to go wherever you want and dress whatever way you want to dress. Fine. You have gone to that place, you've dressed the way you wanted to dress, but still you might not feel happy. Still, you might not feel yourself. Still, you might have to pretend to be somebody else, which you don't really want to be. And this is because externally, yes, there is permission, whatever you want to do, but emotionally and mentally. So true freedom is the freedom where my state of mind is completely peaceful. No negativity is able to influence me. And it's very interesting if you've seen the flag of India. You know, we have Jalpa having a flag in front of us. And that reminds me that all those colors are actually so significant, you know, for the independence to have or to achieve real freedom. The saffron, as we know, stands for courage. Now, where do I need the courage? The first step of courage is to face yourself, face your own weakness, face the real you. The role that you are playing has a lot of qualities, have a lot of talents, has a lot of potential, but also has a certain amount of things where you need improvement on. You know, some weak things that we all need improvement on. So do I have the courage to step back and accept myself as I am? And then check that am I being myself and accepting myself as I am, or I'm trying to shape and mold and change myself according to people who I am or situation where I am? It's not about being arrogant. It's not about being stubborn, but it's about being authentic. It's about being real. So when I have the courage to see, okay, this is not right in me, I have to take the strength to work on that. And that strength comes from the true, from the truth. And that's why the white color, which indicates peace and truth, because that strength comes from a deep sense of silence. Now, how much silence do we all experience throughout the day? Or we all experience throughout the day? We might sit in silence, we might sit quietly, but what are we doing in that moment when we are just sitting quietly? Are we observing things outside? Are we thinking about something? Am I doing something else? So if my mind is, I'm mentally active, I'm not quiet, I'm not still. So to have that state of stillness, of silence, and go deeper in that silence would allow me to see my truth. And that truth will give me power, will give me strength to face not just myself, but other things around me. And when I come from a space of truth, not from a space of ego, but from the space of truth, from the space of humility, from the space of authenticity, then my life will definitely prosper and blossom. And therefore, you have the green, which stands for prosperity. But interestingly, when I said that when I go into deep silence, that stillness, and I'm aware of the truth, you've got the Ashok chakra, the blue color, which means that all my action has to be righteous. It's also called Dharma chakra, which states, which indicates that when I am in that real state of silence, in that state of peace, I automatically have the importance, the awareness of my own actions. There is that freedom where I am allowed to stand for truth. I allow myself, not the world will allow me. I have to allow myself. Real freedom is when I have no fear within me, no doubt within me, no kind of anxiety or stress. I'm free from all that. Now, that is the real state of independence. I am independent. I'm not dependent on any vices or any kind of fear that I have over the time instilled in myself. So it's wonderful to understand that how things and how these festivals and the situation that we are celebrating, the festivals and the Day of Independence that we are celebrating teach us so much. There's so much to learn from that. And not just learn, but also to imbibe and put into practice. So I'm sure you all are having a wonderful time celebrating the festivals. And also, when I'm talking about silence, would like to go and have a deep experience of silence with you all today. But before we go into meditation, are there any questions that anybody would like to ask? Please feel free to ask. I'm sorry, I know your names, but it's been long. I haven't seen your faces for a long period of time. So if you can have your video on, that would be great. But if not, anybody has any questions?
Nidhi, in the past, we used to even tie Rakhi on our sewing machine, the ganti, the mill that we used to do the flour. I mean, all the things. I remember when I was very young, that's what was used to happen. But now they don't do that, and even mother, father, like everybody used to tie. Now it's only you tie it to your brothers mostly.
Yeah, we've
I don't know what.
simplified it.
It
We've
is, isn't
simplified
it?
it because we don't have time.
Yeah. No, I did it when I came here, but then it gradually stopped because
Because in Bharat, everybody they operate from a very pure emotional sense, So everything that we have, even the non-living objects, we have a bond with them.
yeah.
Like say, for example, in olden days, people used to earn through sewing machines.
Yeah.
They thought that this is the one who's protecting, who is sustaining my family. The machine is sustaining. If the machine wouldn't be there, what would I do?
Yeah. Grateful, yeah, grateful in a
So
way.
we were great. There was that tying Rakhi to machines was like a act of gratification, like
Mm.
I'm grateful for you to be. So
Yeah.
it was that respect that was
Yeah.
given to objects as well. You
Yeah.
know, the Indian traditions are very beautiful. They're full of virtues. They're full of
Yeah.
um, of, of pure, real bond that they create out of emotions and feelings. But when your life becomes busy, become occupied, people become more practical,
Less.
those things slowly change.
Thank you. Nice to see you after a while.
We still tie Rakhi on our babis and babi ties it on us, so it's Naran Bojai.
Yeah. Even they try on nephews and nieces, because
Yeah.
they're connected to the brother. So anything that's connected with the brother,
Yeah.
you still tie Rakhi.
Even Brahman, still Brahman comes to a house
Oh,
to tie Rakhi. India ma.
that's good. Okay, any other questions? Can we have meditation?
Yes.
Thank you, Shanti. I can see Ranjuben. Nice to see you.
In you, Didi. We tie Rakhi to our tail. We go to show. So we always tie a Rakhi on the tail.
Till, yeah, that's nice. I heard that nowadays people also, when they have pets,
Yes.
like when you have pets, so sometimes the pets have a sibling as well, though they're in the different houses. So there is a whole Raksha Bandhan happening at that level, So the female dog goes over to the brother's house where her brother is and somebody else is, and the dogs tie Rakhi to each other. So it's so sweet to know that. So that's nice to know. So yeah, love is
Something
everywhere.
new.
Mhm.
Something new.
Something new. Yeah, it was new for me. I had never heard that animals, but it's about the owners. So if I am having a pet, if I'm tying Rakhi to my brother, I would feel that even my pet would love to tie Rakhi to her or his sibling. So they go.
Today only I got to listen this.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a moment of silence. And as I go deep within, I sit very comfortably. In this state of comfort, where I want to experience inner freedom. I want to experience inner truth, inner stillness, the pure love between me and the Supreme. I allow myself to have this aim in my mind. And go on a journey, an inward journey. Take few deep breaths, sitting comfortably straight. And as I breathe in, I breathe in the freshness of the air, the coolness. And as I breathe out, I feel the warmth of my own breath. Breathing in, I breathe in the positivity, the strength, stillness. And breathing out, I let go. I let go of everything that's unwanted. I breathe in calmness. I breathe out the chaos that's going on within me. As I breathe in, I allow the quality of joy. And I exhale all the stress that I'm holding on to. I breathe in. Strength. And I breathe out all waste thoughts and waste feelings. I breathe in positive. And my mind is filled with positivity. As I breathe in, as I inhale coolness, the calmness, I now experience it spreading across my face. These vibrations of calmness and coolness are reaching out to each and every cell of my face muscle, allowing my face to relax. And experience the calmness. As I breathe in, I feel this positive energy rolling down into my neck muscles, regenerating, relaxing each and every cell of my neck. And gradually rolling down to my shoulder blades, relaxing my shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And experience that this positive energy is spreading across my arms, rolling down through my elbows to my hands, very gradually into my palms and tip of my fingers. I feel there is this flow of energy in my hands. Take a deep breath in. And I experience my chest to get filled with this cooling, calm energy. And I see it swirling around my back into my abdomen and my lower back. upper portion of my body feels completely calm and relaxed. I feel lighter, bringing my awareness back on my breathing. I breathe in positive. I breathe out positive. Everything that I have been holding on to has been released, and I feel calm. Taking a breath in and now allow this positive energy to roll down my thigh muscles into each and every cell of my thighs, relaxing, regenerating it. And a deep breath in. Feel this energy passing through my knees, rolling down my calf muscles, gently, slowly and steadily, spreading across my calf muscles, rolling down into my feet. To the tip of my toes. My entire body is calmed and composed. Feel relaxed. My body feels energized and light. And as I observe my mind, my mind is completely calm and still. In this stillness, I see my own reflection in the mirror of my mind. I see myself as a point of light, radiating. I, the conscious being, tiny point of light, am a pure soul. I radiate purity. I radiate the vibrations of love and peace. Just observe yourself in the mirror of your mind. I, the soul, so peaceful, so loving and pure. The rays of purity, the rays of peace. As a master, I can see that they are reaching out to each and every part, each and every cell of the body, allowing my body to become pure and peaceful. This inner purification makes me feel free. Free from every bondage. And in a second of a time, I can now be detached from the awareness of this body. And fly with the wings of my mind and intellect into the skies. I, the point of light, see myself between the clouds, rising above and flying like a free bird. With a clean mind. Fly higher and go beyond the gravitational force of the earth, leaving everything and everyone behind. And experience true freedom. There's nothing that pulls me down. I go beyond the 5 elements, beyond the galaxies, and enter into a region beautiful white light, as if thousands of moons have come together and created this serene, divine moonlight. That region of purification, a subtle region of angels. And as I enter this region, the air, the vibrations are just cleansing me. There's this deep cleansing that's going on within me. Being filtered and taken care. I shine. I glow. I become lighter. And as I leave this region, filled with contentment. Feel fresh, feel new. I feel cleaned. And as I move forward, further ahead, there is this beautiful region, amazing golden red light. It's pure, it's serene, it's silent, it's powerful. As I enter this region of beautiful golden red light, feel rested. सुकून महसूस होता है. I feel belonged as I have stepped into. I have come to my own home. This region of golden red light. It's my sweet home, the soul world, Paramdham. As I go within, right ahead of me, see my Supreme Father, God Himself, the Supreme Soul. It's just a point of light like me, very powerfully radiating. Welcoming me with His arms open. And as I approach, I'm being embraced by God. His loving rays embrace me. I feel so much at ease. I feel I'm being held by God. Protection, a deep sense of belonging, and the sense of security. It's deep within me. Such a pure experience. Such a powerful experience being with God, the Almighty, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Brother, the Supreme Liberator. Those powerful vibrations penetrate deep within me, allowing me to have the inner strength, the strength that I can use to liberate myself, to free myself from the vices, the bondage of sorrow, and create the sambandh, the bond of happiness and joy. Holding on to that deeper sense of God's energy inside me. I gently glide down and see myself floating back to the awareness of the gravitational force of Earth, and then into the awareness of this body, right in the middle of the forehead. I see myself powerful, strong. I, the master of this body. I, the spiritual being, experience not just calmness, but newness, freshness, and the sense of deep strength inside me. In silence, I hold this awareness for a few moments, being a master. Fingers of my hands and feet. Open my eyes and come back to the awareness of your own room in this present moment. Thank you. Om Shanti.
That was beautiful. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. It's beautiful, Nidhi. Beautiful. Thank you.
Really, it was lovely.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you for joining and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nidhi. I really with them in the past births. We are with them in this birth and will be in future births. In every birth, with each of them, there was a karmic energy exchange. Some were beautiful and some were unpleasant. Today is an effect of that past cause. People's behavior towards us may not be the way we like, but we should never reciprocate the same way. Our every thought, word, and behavior is creating a cause today which will have an effect. Thoughts of compassion and love will protect our today and our future. Thank you very much for all the participants who joined in. And Nidhi, thank you very much again. That was wonderful session we had today. And not forgetting to join the festival of Raksha Bandhan at the center. It finishes on Monday. I think the Raksha Bandhan session finish on the last day is Monday. And then, as Nidhi said, there's Janmashtami the following Saturday. So please try and join in at the centers. And we have our Zumba tomorrow, and hopefully the weather will be calmer tomorrow for our Zumba, and we'll enjoy that. And the following Saturday, Janmashtami, And not forgetting Friday, we have Zoom again for yoga and Saturday morning. So please try and join in. And Sunday again, we'll meet up again for meditation. Thank you very much all. Have a lovely weekend. Happy Raksha Bandhan to you all. And happy Independence for tomorrow. Take care all.
Thank you, Panna Ben. That was really nice.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Panna Ben.
Take care.
Thank you,
Jalpa,
Panna
you take
Ben.
care.
Om
You're
Shanti.
welcome. Om Shanti.
Thank you.